Hey beautiful people, I'm Lucy, and today we're taking a step into the future, or I guess the future is just now, because we're talking about AI-powered photo editing using artificial intelligence to edit your photos for you, which is just like nuts. This is like sci-fi level stuff. But a while ago, Skylum reached out to me about testing out their photo editing platform, Luminar. And at first I was a bit skeptical because it is all AI powered and I was like, I don't really understand how that would work. And B, I'm really ingrained into the Lightroom workflow. Like that's what I've been using for years. So I wasn't really sure if I wanted or needed to try something else. But they said, just try it. If it works out, let us know and we'll do a video. And obviously it worked out because I'm doing a video because I honestly think that you guys will love this software. I think it is so cool. I think it's so fun. And also it definitely does fill a void that the other photo editing platforms don't have. Now you can use it as a standalone editing platform, or you can use it as a plugin for Lightroom and Photoshop. So if you still want to keep the workflow you're used to, you can do that and then just hop over into Luminar when you need to use its features. And trust me, you will use its features because they are super amazing and super easy. So anyway, I just want to show you guys. Let's just jump into Luminar and check it out. So we're here in Luminar and it has a very user-friendly interface. And if you've used any type of photo editing software before, you're gonna feel very at home and very comfortable with Luminar. So this is the library where we can see all of our photos. Now in the edit panel, you can see your other photos along this side here. Along the bottom, there is Luminar Looks, which is similar to presets, except that Luminar comes loaded with tons of them. Essentials, street, landscape, portrait, lifestyle, dramatic, like they have so many looks preloaded. Then when we go over to this side here, we have our Essentials tab, Creative, Portrait, and Pro. Now here in Essentials, you have the light panel, go in and adjust exposure, highlight shadows. With Luminar, you can adjust basically anything that you could use with any other photo editing software. So it has all of that. I'm just not gonna talk about the basic stuff too much in this video because they have so much cool stuff that none of the other platforms can do. So that's what I'm gonna highlight here, but just know that they can do it. Now, I wanna show you how quickly you can do an edit using Luminar and how easily it is. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to the AI Enhance. We'll drop that down, we'll do AI Accent, and this is basically just artificial intelligence figuring out what's gonna look good on your photo. So as we pull that over, you can see it's bringing up the shadows, it's doing some cool things. So we'll just bring it to about there, I think it looks good. AI Sky Enhancer, why not try it out? So if I really want to bring the sky, I could do it like that, but I'll probably do it to about there. We can go into AI Structure, and that's going to basically add structure, clarity to your image, but again, it's going to decide where it needs it on your image. So if I bring that up a bit, it's sort of selectively picking those areas. I can boost it, and you can see predominantly that change happened with the owl here and in the tree. Now we're gonna go down to one of my favorite features in Luminar, Landscape Enhancer. So the first one that I love in here is the golden hour. So we can just bring that over and it kind of just makes your photo look like you took it right at sunset, warms it up, gives it just a really beautiful look to it that I love. And then the thing I think is so cool is this foliage enhancer. I've mentioned this before that sometimes I just am not a fan of how greens render or how they look. And so this is something that just instantly fixes it. And I'm like, wow, that's great. So we'll just bring that over and you can see it just like is enhancing all that foliage in the trees. It looks really cool. You can take this a step further, go into advanced settings, and you can actually pick the hue. So I could make all the foliage more of like a warmer orangey, or I can turn it into more of that almost bluey green color. I think for this one, we'll make it a bit more punchy and we'll go that way. So as you can see, it's highlighting anything that I've actually gone in and changed. They're a bit bolder. So right now on this photo, we've done the AI Enhance, AI Structure, and the Landscape Enhancer. So let's look at a little before and after. Before, after, before, after. No brushes, no selective edits, just using the AI to do that. Now, let's just take this a step further. We're gonna go over into creative, where you can do some other really cool things. So I'm gonna go into sun rays, and this is gonna do just that. It's gonna add a sun ray into the image. So I don't need a lot there, but let's just add that in. You can change the overall look, the strength of the sun ray, the length of it. As you go into the advanced settings, you can change the amount of glow on it and all those things very easily. I'm gonna make it a bit warmer there. And then you can randomize where the rays actually go. Like, it's just so cool. I can't believe how cool this is. So we'll just kind of edit that down a bit, and there we go. Now we have a sun ray. I'm gonna go into matte look now, add a bit of that mattifying look, a bit of a fade there, just to sort of bring that whole look together. And then you can go into the Pro, where you can do split toning. We could do some more color enhancing if we wanted it to have a bit more, you know, exciting vibe to it. We could do all of that there. But really, after just doing the AI enhance and the structure, that was really all this photo needed. Everything else is just like the cherry on top. So again, there's the before, there's the after. Super fun to edit that photo. So now I want to show you how the Luminar Looks work on your photos, because it's not like presets that are a one and done, the settings are the settings. And so sometimes it works on your photo and sometimes it doesn't. With the Luminar Look, they are, again, using the artificial intelligence. So it's deciding what is going to be best for your photo to create that look. So it's creating the look and adjusting everything necessary to get the look, not just slapping on the pre-done settings and hoping it works. And that is such a big differentiator with this. So I'm gonna go into the landscape presets here. I have this really awesome eagle photo that I was like so stoked that I got. I was laying under the eagle and just being like, please don't land on me, but I really wanna get this photo. And it worked out, so why not? So we're here in the landscape Luminar Looks, and I'm gonna go for the warm sunset look. Let's, like, it's just instantly so good. Before, after, one click, guys. I could be done right now. But because, you know, we like to push it, let's do it. I'm gonna go into the AI structure, and I am gonna boost that. I could go into details enhancer and enhance just the small details so they're even standing out a bit more. And then just to show you as well, of course it does have like clone and stamp tools, but it also kind of makes this even an easier process because it just has this erase tool, which is very, very easy to use. So we're gonna just cover over this little tree here. Whatever is red is what you're gonna erase. And there we go. So let's see that before and after. It's like, it's not even fair, guys. It is not even fair using this because these look so good. That's the before, there's the after, before, after, before, after. I could literally just press this all day because I can't believe it. And how it fixed up the sky too. Like, there's no details in the sky, and now all of a sudden it's super exciting and interesting. And there's colors, like, anyway. I'm just super excited about this. Speaking about the sky thing, one of the coolest tools about Luminar is they do have a sky replacement tool, which literally just goes in and replaces the sky. So let's take a look at that. We'll go over to our library. We'll take a look at this photo here, go edit, and take a look at it. So as you can see, while the framing and stuff, this photo is kind of interesting, out the window is a bit blah, like there's nothing really going on, nothing really exciting happening in the sky. So this is a good photo to use the sky replacement on. Now, this is something that if you're doing like photojournalism and there's an understanding or an obligation that your photos are legit, obviously don't use sky replacement. But if you are doing commercial photography or lifestyle or real estate and you just need a cooler sky, photography is art. It is at your liberty to do and change whatever you want. And I just think this is so cool because it gives you that ability. So what I'm gonna do, this is sort of an overcast day. It's sort of like dreary out. So when you go into the sky replacement, it's in the creative section here. You can click on sky selection and they have a bunch of preloaded skies, and you could put your own skies in. You could load a sky, download sky images. It's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go for a dramatic sky. So we'll put dramatic sky 4, let the AI do its thing, and then boom, how? Before, after, before, after. I literally just completely changed the sky and altered the whole look of this photo in one click, which is so cool. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is using Luminar for portraits. I just went and quickly took a quick photo just to kind of show you everything that you can do with it. But honestly, all the portrait features could just be their own video in and of themselves. So if you guys are interested in Luminar, you want me to, get a bit more in depth into this, let me know. So first, right off the bat, the AI skin enhancer is awesome. This takes out so much time with masking skin. It's smooth skin without losing texture, which is really, really nice. So if we zoom in here, there's a button for AI skin defects removal. So that just takes out blemishes and things like that. So you can go ahead and click that. And then this is what's gonna actually soften the skin. So as we bring that over, you can see the skin softening happening, but it's still keeping a lot of texture. So like always, you don't wanna soften the skin too much, but with this and how it's using the AI, it's doing it in a very smart way. So let's put that about there. Pretty subtle change, but pretty dramatic in terms of how it just fixed up my skin, which is really nice. Then you can go into Portrait Enhancer, and it has a ton more features. One of my favorite is remove dark circles because I've been pretty tired. I've been watching the news, and I don't know about you guys, but it's pretty depressing. So I don't sleep as much as I used to anymore. I should just stop watching the news and that would help. But in the meantime, what also helps is the dark circle removal, which you can just add there. You can use the eye enhancer, which just basically enhances the eyes, eye whitening if you need it a little bit. Even you can do red eye removal. If you didn't properly light your photo, you can add some more light right to the face. It just does it very, very delicately there. And then it even has eyebrow, face slim. You can go and change everything with the lips, lip darkening, redness, saturation, teeth whitening, like very, very helpful things, and things that would normally take much longer, which would take layers and masking, potentially going into Photoshop. This basically just cut down into moving a few sliders around. So again, we'll just look at those before and after there. So like a pretty big difference, right? So it just gives a real polished look. Everything looks really professional, really smooth, without going overboard with any of it. And it was so easy to do. All right, so that is AI powered photo editing with Luminar. I think the software is so fun, it's so cool, and it just kind of allows you to be creative in a totally new way. So if you guys wanna try out Luminar, click that link in the description below. I think you'll have a blast with it. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments down below as well. I'm thinking about doing maybe some more in-depth tutorials on Luminar, so if you have any ideas for those, let me know. Like the video if you want to, subscribe if you want to, and hit that bell if you are super awesome and just the coolest person ever. Cool people, hit the bell. That's what I've been told, so do it up. Anyway, I will see you guys next week. Love you lots. Peace out.